To bring me down, to bring me down. Oh, if you feel like the world without you. Because oh, happiness means to you. Clap along if you feel that. Cause if you know like what you see is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness means to you. Yeah. And talking about happiness, woo, yeah. Oh, by the way, that's my guess. And we're going to be having a very interesting conversation, my boss. Getting into the let's go. We happy. Yeah. Woo. Because thank God it's Friday, people. Because I'm happy. Because that alone feel like this is the truth. Because I'm happy. Love alone if you know what this is to you. Because love alone if you that's what I'm gonna do. Because now we get back in. Oh my goodness, like can't wait to have this conversation. And we go in. Yep. All right, Lagos. If you are tuned in, well, you're welcome to the Drive Time discussion here on Smooth 98.1. My name is Joy Uri. That's the host of the Drive Time discussion. Well, if you have any, if you have been to weddings, if you have been to events, let me not to just say weddings. If you've been to events, parties, you know that there's one person that kind of controls the entire event. You're the host of the well, you hire that person eventually to take control and take charge. And sometimes these people can be gods in their own right. Well, today we're going to be having a conversation around that, especially saying that it's the weekend. So we are going to some interesting events. Oh, and there anything else? And all the even those executive conferences and you also have these MCs there. But you know what? These MCs are interesting humans. Why do I say so? Well, on today's Drive Time discussion, we're going to be talking about where they cross the line. Is it banter or is it blunder? And thankfully, I have my guest who is also in this space. Well, his name is Mc CSO. I'm going to let him introduce his. See, there was some intro that he did. Oh my goodness. I heard him just introduce me. I'm like, okay, is this me or is this someone else? Anyways, Mc CSO. Good evening to the world and with JOY. And yes, it's a pleasure to be here once again. My name is CSO, classy, stylish, and outstanding. The one and only that's not a chief security officer. I give you, you know what it is. You see what I mean, Lagos? Okay, so here's the thing. Okay. As always on the Draft Time discussion, it's not about just me who's having a conversation. You also get to be a part of the conversation we're having. And WhatsApp is 0911 That is if you want to share your thoughts. You want to send a text, you want to send a voice note, you want to call that number as well. That's fine. However, if you also want to call the studio line, that's also available. It is 0700 22 55 981. Yeah, did you catch that? 0700 2255981. You get a call to studio line and share your thoughts. It's going to be an interesting conversation. In case you're trying to see how my guest looks, because Nii has already started this drama. Nii, calm down. Nobody's carrying me anywhere. Allow your chest to calm down. Like, use your hand and touch your head. Calm down. I know his voice is intimidating. Yeah, I get it. But yes, calm down. However, to see how he looks like, yes, ladies, you can quickly go to the YouTube channel and check out how CSO looks. He's very dashing. He's yellow purple. So if you're into fair skin, light skin, okay, light skin, sorry, light skin. He's tall. He's also looking cute. I'm telling your market. I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you. Let me adjust myself. Smooth 981 FM Lagos, and you will get to see how my guest looks. And you can also, I'm very dark chocolate and very cute. Very okay. Before MC, before Nii, calm down. Calm down. Sense Fajo, we see you. It's just introduction. Just how much are you offering? Say I use it for sale if you're offering money. Come on. If you're talking money now, we are talking. We're going to be getting in the conversation, and here's why this actually popped up. So, a lady shared harm. Which becoming. No, please allow Joy to be swept off her feet. Come on. No. No, okay, so let's imagine this. Let's just imagine Joy with the light skin guy. Imagine the children. This one things you do for the future. It's not about now. So just imagine Joy with the light skin guy. Imagine the combination. Chocolate and caramel. Okay. Just saying that. You want them to have palpitations just by Abbas, where I'm down. Are you hearing them try to take Joy away? Oh my. Let's get into the conversation. Oh my goodness. Like it's just been all right, let's get into the conversation because CSO. Yep. I'm sure you've come across me obviously as an MC. You've attended events, you've hosted events, either as the host or as a guest. And there are some events that you attend that these individuals, like I said, they're the ones who make or mar that event. Yep. However, something struck me that made me want to talk about this conversation today. And it's going to be one that I don't know how if it's something you've ever experienced, Lagos, you also get to share your thoughts because that's why it's a draft and discussion. And like I said, it's straight up his alley, and that's why we're having him in to talk about it. So as I was, like I said, I saw this post on social media, and this lady had talked about how, with every event, and it's not just with weddings, it's also with corporate events. You have selected, I know one we spoke about once upon a time where you and the DJ were in sync. You were also like, it was the greatest, was almost like match made in heaven. That's the word, right? And he knew the right songs. You also let him know that, okay, this is the kind of events and these are the kind of songs that would be appropriate. Yep. So this lady came up, put it, and made it a blast. And she said, this is 2025. Anyone who's but she was talking to the brides and to those getting married, bride and groom, and telling them that, okay, you have an event planner who's going to make the whole place look good. Yep. But once it is, you're trying to get the DJ or the MC for your event and you have a crass one, best believe it's going to tank the event. And here's why she said so. She said at the there's a wedding she attended, and these songs were beyond, I don't know what's the word. They were derogatory to the nth degree, and it was supposed to be a quote unquote Christian wedding. Yes. And I say Christian because the majority of the people who attended the wedding were from a particular religious background, sect rather, and then the songs they were hearing, they had to tell the DJ to turn it off completely. They were it was at that time they were now looking for Christian music to play. It makes me question really how it is people search for the host, that is the MC of the event, and then the DJ. Is it that it comes as a package, or do they get to just hey, outsource this one, and if it comes to do you eventually meet up to have conversations, or how does it go? Please walk us through.
Okay, so having been in the event space, even beyond an MC, I've been able to coordinate a few events. I know that sometimes it comes as a package. As a virtue of having worked with this DJ for a very long time, you read DJ like, DJ, do you have any MC? He recommends who he has worked with before, it makes it a lot easier. Right. Oh, MC, do you have any DJ? MC recommends a DJ he has worked with before, makes it a lot easier. They already have an understanding. Nonetheless, planners can say, oh, they're the DJ. Clients can say, we have our own MC. Right. Clients can say, I have my own DJ or I have my own MC. Somebody we probably worked with before, somebody they were recommended to by a friend or somebody. Now, all of that doesn't separate the fact that as professionals, please, the emphasis on the word professional. I've handled events where I was contacted separately as an MC, the DJ was contacted separately. Okay. When I have to form my gift to my clients when they reach out to me. Okay. I send you a form you fill. There's a column for is there a live band or a DJ? Whichever one you answer, you drop their numbers there. Okay. I reach out. Hey, hi, what's up? My name is CSO for the event on so date. I'm just trying to reach out. This is what I have in plan. This is what I have planned. This stuff for this stuff. Has the client giving you their particular choice of song? They have this, they have that. Especially for weddings. I know sometimes
people get carried away.
Yeah, and forget all of that. Now, some couples will say, oh, any love song is fine. Now he now plays any love song, and you say not that love song.
Especially when the couple are coming in.
Yeah, particular kind of vibe they want to. Yeah. And these errors mostly happen during their first dance. When you say, oh, time for the couple for their first dance, you ask couples, do you have a particular song? You hear any song is fine, any love song is fine. Now I tell people anything is nothing. Because the DJ has like a plethora of songs he can choose from, and he plays anyone. You're like, no, that one should change it. No, that one should. I'm like,
when it started playing.
Do you get? So sometimes I want to not. It's two ways. When I have conversations with clients as professionals, I ask them, what do you want? What do you want? What don't you want? What kind of games do you like? Some people tell you, oh, I don't want scavenger game. Oh, I don't want this game. Some people tell you, I particularly want this game to be played. I want the shoe game. I want the gele game. They have specifics they want to see at their events. Now, doing that classes the event as okay for them. You're good, you're great to go. Some will tell you, please, me and my husband, we don't want to dance, so don't involve both of us. Have my bridal party do the whole dancing. They don't want to dance and stuff like that. So that conversation you have with the client helps you understand the kind of event better. But now we come to the angle of vendors, professionals, please, we can do better. We can do better. They invite you for a corporate event. You're playing. I know we all know the trenches song. You're playing. Those and you as the MC, you're wondering. Then in your head, you're like, there are a million and one other Afrobeat songs that you can put on the deck. Not this one. Yes, they want to dance, but we are still in the conference. This is not even the after party yet. We are still in the conference. Maybe the customer wants to come and receive an award, and you're playing like, relax. I know you want to vibe. I need to carry us where we don't know. Not be us there anywhere first. Let us be here. And it's crazy. And then with MCs.
We're coming to it.
Because but that's basically how it works. So you might be sourced at the package or sourced individually, but the onus falls on the professionals to reach out, especially with the MC, because you bring all the pieces together. So it's your job to say, oh, can you have the DJ's number? Or if they can't give you the DJ's number for any reason, have them ask the DJ what you want to ask the DJ. Oh, please have the DJ give him your kind of song. What song your bridal party want to dance in with? What song do you want for your first dance? What song do you want for your entry? There are particular artists you want to hear. I've hosted some quote unquote Christian weddings. Now, they were not particular about playing Frank Edwards and the rest of them.
Okay.
They were okay with some secular song, but they had a
Right.
particular problem with a particular artist's song. So
Ah,
they told me, look,
this particular
we
artist,
can
we
play
don't
all
want
these
it.
ones, but we don't want this type of songs. They specifically listed them out.
Suggested
Yeah, because those kind of songs had vulgar words, explosive words. And so you're like,
Okay.
keep it a buck, just keep it real, keep it going. But all these ones, we don't want those songs. Now, I won't say there's anything wrong with the song if individuals choose it. But if the client says, I don't
This
want
isn't
this,
on my playlist.
they
I
don't
don't
want
want
it.
it.
So, I mean, we can always have that conversation. But when you have this conversation, you keep it open to anything. And again, anything is nothing.
All right, Lagos, the phone line to share your thoughts this evening. For those of you who have gone to YouTube, I'm going to check him out because I just say, MC they find
She said, I refuse in Jesus' name.
Yeah, Lagos, don't be afraid. Mc CSO is not taking me anywhere. Anyway, to be a part of the conversation, to call in, share your thoughts if you've experienced weddings where songs are flying over your head and you're wondering,
What's going on here?
Is this what we came here for? Well, you can share your thoughts or your experience that you've had. It's not just about weddings, whatever events that you've gone to, we're also going to get into the MC. I just wanted us to start with the songs because it's like these songs kind of help to bring people out of their shells, right? Whatever kind of event it is you're having, if you do not come to think about it,
Yeah.
Do you need to have songs at every event? Do you need to have a DJ at every event?
That's a tough one, right? So I would start with games nights. Usually, games nights are left to chance. You can have a Bluetooth speaker, you can have a DJ. Now, what the DJ does is he puts the song on autoplay.
Okay.
So as opposed to having, you're not looking for who is the DJ. No, you're using your phone. Reduce it, increase it. But when there's a DJ, you just say, oh, DJ, and he drops it. Yeah. And if the DJ is good, those interjections of songs or soundtrack or something, when you do something, you fall in a game, like 70-year-old man. Those things create a different atmosphere and it brings people out of the shell. So yes, not necessarily every event must have a DJ, but if you can't afford a DJ, it's a nice to have in every event, but it's not a must have for every event. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Lagos, to be a part of the conversation, what you can do is call the studio line 0700 2255 981 to be a part of the conversation. 0700 2255 981. However, WhatsApp is also another platform. You want to send a message, you want to send a voice note, even if you want to call, that is also available for you to do that. The number is 0911 999 0981. 0911 999 0981. We'd love to hear from you. Now, let's shift gears more. Let's shake this table that you're on. You're giving us just about DJs and how they run things, and we set it with a soft landing. Now let's go in hard.
All right.
Let's talk about the NCs themselves. These humans that decide that, okay, if you want to stress me, I will stress you more. And I'll give you an example that honestly show me. Yes, I know that MCs are the life of a party and it could also be the ones that will kill the party. I've seen an event where people don't be right, going to go out there together. Okay, this is my daughter's party. You must ask for me. Meanwhile, Olga says, your daughter has told me strictly what it is. And here's why, because she had a list of people she wanted name calling, like the band. Okay. She had the live band. So she wanted to switch things quickly.
As opposed to what the program was supposed to be.
Yeah. So, it was like, if these people go, nobody can spray the couple. We don't spray money. When you put it inside, they catch you. You're your own. No, I'm not here. Just saying.
Allegedly.
Pulling up his mic. I would tell them where to find him.
Smooth ever.
You see what?
One smooth. That's it.
Well, now it's even easier. They'll just come and carry you.
Also,
What are the us? Which horses?
by package, we come together.
Why not?
Host and guest. Host and guest, they go together. You carry the host, you carry the guest. You put it like that. You put it like that.
All right, let's get into your to the vein of the conversation. So yes, like I said, MCs are the host, they're the life of the party, so to speak. And sometimes, whilst it is, they can be a handful and they make it fun. They also take it to the extreme. And that's part of the reason why we're having the conversation today. I wanted to know if really we take things to the if MCs cross the line. I'll give an example of something that's true me off. You know how sometimes you have games and you have games not just at weddings, at events.
Every event is.
And everybody's looking forward to the game part because it's either there's money to be won, ladies, you are fine enough, men,
money to be given.
I've seen the one that they got hit there at the wedding. I'm like,
oh yeah.
I'm not a stickle, but it's okay. I'm just saying. You wouldn't even find me to go out. I don't know. I give props to the ladies and the guys that decide to go out when they ask. Okay, all the single ladies and all the single guys
come outside.
You know, find me dear.
You start from going outside. The first step first, go outside. When they call you, go outside. No, you're not looking for anything. You're going outside to go and set yourself to be found.
No, he will find me. He knows where I am. And he'll find me.
These are the issues.
Leave my matter. I am fine.
You're fine, lady. Pretty. You're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so please. Rein it in. I'm not a guest here. Anyway, so like I was saying, this one was actually very, for a better word, crass for me to have seen someone put such, and it was at a wedding. So the MC, whilst they were having the game time, had called. So it was there were young men sitting on the outside, and you know he had asked the audience to go into the crowd. Well, not just the young men rather that had come out.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, go out and grab virgins. Because guess what? You know what irked me the most was the fact that most of the guys that were on the seat went and looked for little kids. If you had come to my seat and I had a child or a baby or a girl sitting, a small toddler or something sitting, and you come close to come pick my child. Oh. I will be very gentle with you.
Putting it gently.
I'll be very gentle with you. But you know what it is. I'm going to say I'll be very nice and tell you straight up how we don't do such where I come from. But for me, as someone who's taking that in,
okay.
So you didn't go for the adults. I know sometimes you're trying to create fun, you're trying to create, sensation.
Yep.
Or just make the whole place bubbly. And people started, for me, it's how they were laughing initially, but it was very demeaning. Demeaning because why was it that first question? Secondly,
why
the people that decided, the men decided, okay, rather than we're going to go for young girls, but also spoke to another issue for me.
Sexualizing children.
Sexualizing children.
Yeah.
And making it seem okay, it's only girls that we should hold in high esteem.
Or virginity.
What happened to the boys, and why shouldn't the boys also be held in that regard? For me, it was just inappropriate and crass. It was just tasteless. Anything else you can think of that speaks to that, it was that in every.
For a scavenger game, there are like 1,000,001 questions or things to tell people to go and pick up. Virgins don't pop up in the first 300, 3 million, even the first 5 million. Like there are 1,000,001 things. Okay, so in the spirit of creating a sensation and creating a moment that has everybody laughing with their heads back and coming back to the event, one on the top of my head would be the first person to go and carry the bride. Now everybody would at first want to run, and then they realize that wait, what do you mean? Because the husband even motions like, oh yeah, now let me see who will come, and then the MC in that moment, everybody's like, because nobody will definitely go and carry the bride, but the audience will be like, she's already married, so it just creates a certain level of, oh, okay, Baba, I know send you message if you go, everything you see you go get. You can, that's a sensation already. You've broken the hall, you've had everybody laughing with their backs, head to the back, and back to the event, and you call another thing. There's so many other things. I was at an event once, and then the MC, shout out to him, and I think the outfit, a certain group of people had white as their attribute for that day, and he said, "Go and bring a white agbada." A daddy stood up, an elderly man stood up and removed his agbada and gave one of the girls. I'm like, how nice. Go and get a filler. Go and take a picture with the bride's mother. Go and take it. So there was an event I did, and I said, go and take a picture with the bouncer at the door. And everybody, as they were waiting to come back, we just laughed. Everybody was, and then they came back with the picture from the bouncer. Everybody was showing the last. It creates a certain level of it means you're engaging the hall from the front all the way to the back. Right. Sometimes I will say, go and take a picture of the caterer, as long as the caterer is in the hall, though. I'm like, go and take a picture with the caterer, and you see everybody's running to go and take a picture of the catering stand. And there are so many things. An empty water bottle, a full key. Like, they have gone to look for you, they know you. Oh, okay. Oh, I know you all. I'm I know you too by your names. Yeah. So I mean, because the goal of the MC as a master of ceremony is to ensure that the moment is not lost in controversy or some certain level of argument. Was it right? And morality and all of that. You want to keep it a buck. Your job, you're a master of ceremony. You're supposed to create a moment for whoever your client is, be it corporate, social, weddings, birthdays. Okay, let me even give you one. We're talking about weddings, and it feels like, I mean, there's a space where a lot of things happen, right? But let's come to corporate events. Okay. I worked the brand certain time, and he had this 3 days launch event, and it was the first day, second day, third day. He said, oh, they didn't want the one MC to do the 3 days, so they got other MCs to do, yeah. And I did the main launch event. The day before the day was a Saturday for the main event. I hosted. Friday was the other day. And these dealers came in from all of Nigeria. Dealers for the company came in, Abuja and all of that. And from what I heard, like, the woman was complaining to me the next day when the agency was they were like, the MC came, because even before I came, the agency was chatting me, say, bros, I beg when you call. I said, it's not today. He said, because the MC did that day was just, he was, I mean, you can call it banter, and that, I mean, that's why we're here, banter or blunder. You want to call it banter, but why do you want to banter somebody on a day that's supposed to be a happy day? And he was bantering people with how they ate, how fat they were looking, how, like, he said a lot of things. And on that Saturday morning, when I arrived, I met the woman who's the staff of the job that works with the agency. And I was greeting her. She was telling me, so that guy that did, why did they call? I was like, oh, no, we did 3 people. While I was standing, we had the MD of the company walks to her and says, I hope it's not the MC that did yesterday that's doing today. And I'm like, I'm standing there, and like, she's like, no. He was like, I don't even want to see the MC again. And in my head, I'm like, most likely he will post that on social media and he will trend because people will search his name, comment, 1 million comments, 1 million views, bloggers will post it and everything. But your career has ended on Instagram trend. Your career is not going to go, they won't call you back and they won't even recommend you to somebody else. Oh, yes. So you will trend on social media, and everybody on social media is not supporting you, everybody on social media is going against you. So yes, publicity is publicity, good or bad, but it's best to have the good one in front of the publicity than have the bad one, because you will trend though. If you're monetized on social media, you will eat Elon Musk's money, you would, but I'm telling you, by the end of the day, Elon Musk's money will not feed you for the rest of the year and the rest of your career. You will just be stuck. So I mean, MCs, we can actually do better. Your job is to create a moment for people, be it like I said, corporate, social, birthdays, whatever it is. Blunder is different. let's put for instance, you're hosting um a to use the word for brands, you're hosting, let's say, a Milo event and you say Ovaltine. You know, the Nigerian will go to market and say, I want to buy close up, give me McLean. Yeah. So let's say you're hosting a close-up event, you say McLean, right? That's blunder because probably you're used to it in your tongue. That's blunder. But banter is something else because it becomes, you don't know where it touches somebody. You don't know where it doesn't touch somebody. It becomes a very tricky thing. So just keep it real. And besides, social media has helped us some banter now. 70-year-old man, have they not left you? The person is not 70-year-old. The person is not, but they've probably done something and you're like, 70 year. Those are easy on the face banters, but every other thing, man, it's just I.
All right, let's get into some of your messages.
Okay.
Nee said, as a Christian, I have issues with my fellow Christians who want to Christianize
Their
their
wedding
wedding
party.
party. Why are we raising holy hands and lost in the spirit in a wedding party? See, to each his own.
So each his own, man. So each his own.
It says, are we in heaven? You're in trouble. What's that supposed to mean? Yes, we can be in the spirit.
And you know,
Whilst it is you're still having a fun party. Anyways, it says if you don't want to play songs with vulgar lyrics, I can understand, but there are clean versions, beautiful music you can play and dance to, and everyone has fun events. Yes, indeed. A gospel artist in the US got married some years ago, and she was and her twerking video for her husband got trending on the internet. And trust Nigerian Christians, they flooded her Instagram with terrible comments. A church sister asked me about it, and I said, it's her wedding party. Like, she can do whatever she likes. A wedding party isn't a church service, no crusade ground. What is wrong with over spiritual people?
I think that answers your question. They're over spiritual. So I just had two experiences based on this. I had a friend who was getting married. She's a very devoted Christian sister, and then I asked, I was like, "Do you want the DJ to just play all of that?" She said, "Oh no, that he should just play, but you should keep it clean. You should keep it going. You should keep it clean. There are no vulgar songs."
Okay.
That she was one of the people that selected the kind of songs she doesn't want to hear from
Okay.
this person, from that person, from this person, from that person, because they keep it vulgar. But other people, the Afro beats, they are good songs that you can listen to. As a matter of fact, these days there are so many Christian Afrobeat songs that you can. I was at an event and all the songs they played from beginning to the end of the event were Christian music. I was vibing. I didn't even know when I was vibing. At the point I was like, are those songs all they say yes? I'm like, and then somebody else told me, was like, it's a Christian, it's a party. I'm a Christian. I will not play vulgar songs, but I want to play songs for my guests to enjoy because the wedding is not just about me. Yes, you want to spread so what the couple did was for their first dance, they played a gospel song. A nice love gospel song. And it was beautiful and they were enjoying because it's their moment. They're not they did not plan the wedding for you. That moment they wanted to just say DJ should play. When they said, I was like, oh nice. Okay, that's what
Okay.
they enjoyed their moment.
What I like is that some DJs are beginning to understand that okay, everybody cannot be the same.
Yep.
We all have different tastes, so you need to follow through.
But again, to each his own. So if everybody says they want to lift up holy hands and bow down heads, that's okay. We can fall in spirit and cast speak in tongues and all that. And then they will come out and they're married, right? And the event was great.
Get into some bottle messages. Hi, Chica. Chica says, I once went for a wedding in Surulere. The MC kept calling the bride's father Baba Alagbada because of his agbada. What's his name?
Why?
He says the man didn't smile once all evening. That wasn't banter. That was just pure disrespect. I agree with you on that one, Chica. Because what's in the name of everything holy stuff? What do you mean by that? What is Alagbada?
I like my guy, you know. Oh, I mean, like I said, banter is it. Keep it out of events. It's not even your job. So there was one of the videos and the comments on the comment there were person said the bride was over 40, I think at the time, and then the MC said something along the lines of, "I find that she don't marry. At least now you know if you talk, you don't even get choice. You wanna just make a see man." And in my head, I'm like, this was said at a wedding where the bride is supposed to be your client. where you're supposed to make her feel great on her day. I know what's funny. We've heard comedians make those jokes, right?
Oh yeah,
And I'm sure he will want to say about comedians they do. But that's the point. He does it when he's doing his comedy show.
And,
You know?
and talking about that, some have been actually called
Yeah,
out
it's called out for
because
making because you're
yeah,
shaming people with
you
is
shouldn't
you
do that.
shouldn't do
Those are
that.
your
So leave
potential
it out of the God, I can't even begin to explain because it's just higher professionals, vets, higher professionals have conversations.
I know if they have the messages, I'll get to them. Just bear with me, because I'll definitely get to your messages. But you've been saying higher professionals. These are professionals in their roles. These are professionals who have done several, and that's why they keep vetting them. That's why they keep going for these events, or people keep recommending them. So how are we? So how else are we supposed to vet when you say get the professionals? I'm a broadcaster. So I've I've hosted events.
Okay.
There are still certain events that I would say I will sit out because it's not my kind of event. I will not be seen at a wedding. Not because I can't host a wedding, but it is not my forte. If you ask me to be in a space where it is corporate setting, it's okay.
Okay.
I would feel more comfortable because okay, I'll be able to relate. Not that I can relate at a wedding, but
You don't want to run into the risk of
say how to say it, the kind of conversation that
to have around that.
no. So when you say get the professionals, how are we supposed to go about getting the right professionals for the job?
Okay. So I think first of all, usually it's for MCs, we mostly come recommended. Mostly come recommended. Somebody will tell you, oh, did at a wedding, or you meet somebody at somebody's wedding, and all of that, right? And I think I would like to rephrase that. Be a professional to the vendors out there. Be a professional. Because of course, yeah, like you said, everybody wants to do everything. Everybody wants to be a game master, everybody wants to be a social guy, everybody wants to be a corporate guy, everybody wants to be a, but they're not learning the crux of what it takes to be in those spaces. In a corporate space, you don't want to say unnecessary things, you don't want to crack, you don't want to do anything. There's no necessary energy and vibe. Keep it a bug, do what you need to do, get off the microphone, introduce who you need to introduce, and move on. As a matter of fact, when the speaker finishes, you don't want to over summarize what he's saying. Because I've been to an event where the host took the microphone from the speaker that just finished, and then he started like 15 minutes preaching or a roundup summary of what the person was. I'm like, we all heard him. That's what we're paying attention. Just the best you can do is take two lines and just say it again. But coming to come and now give us adding your own cue, you don't say your opinion. You're not hired to drop your opinion. You're hired to introduce the persons with your opinions and get over it. You have your opinions, share somewhere else when you're giving the platform. So I think it would be to better to say, to rephrase it this way, be a professional. Because I know some of these issues we're having, some of these people we highly recommended. Right. Oh no, he's done. I did great at my wedding. He did this on my wedding. When you saw them at the wedding, they did fantastic, and then they come to your wedding, and it could be that day they chose to want to trend with something. You hire them. They say, "Come and say, today as I'm going to this wedding, what can I do to trend? Say something stupid, bah." And then the spirit starts them in their ear, and you're like, "Oh my God, why me? Why today?" And then you're wondering, that highly professional. Why did he behave like this? So I think to the skilled people out there, to the people who call themselves masters of ceremonies, please be a professional. Learn the craft. It's not, I mean, people say it's not just hold the microphone and talk, it's beyond holding the microphone. Everybody can talk. I was saying somebody that was like, everybody can talk.
Oh yeah.
If the shy ones, the extrovert, everybody can hold the microphone and talk and run through. But who can talk so well enough to keep your event within what it's supposed to be and not insult people, overstretch something, make you feel like you are doing, or make you feel less or body shame somebody, or just people do. I'm like, no. I mean,
guy said that about the host.
Even the video the lady made, and people were talking about hype men in weddings. I'm like, club hype, keep it as club hype. Wedding hype, keep it as wedding hype. You don't want to come and money shame somebody or body shame somebody. It's just, I mean, please be a professional.
Anyways, let me get into more messages.
Yes, let's go.
Says, I attended a burial ceremony at Magodo in June, and this MC who wasn't supposed to MC the event, but for the lateness of the main MC, see, that's another thing. Tardiness. People that don't used to hear word. Anyways, he says he was telling the most distasteful joke ever. These were jokes you can't even condone in beer parlor settings.
Ah.
I just kept myself busy with ordering different food from different waiters, make people know. It's okay.
At least
Do
if you know
you
how fun you
before?
eat food.
Yeah, do you? Do you? But he's asked a question. He
Okay.
says, what will you do when you see someone like Pretty Mike that starts rolling in with his girls? Hey.
All right. This question I see it a lot of events, and I've seen probably some MCs break down on stuff like that. I'll probably call it starstruck. You guys hear
Okay.
your starstruck. Don't be distracted by the flow of events.
Okay.
Keep it going. If he's to be recognized, he'll be recognized. He doesn't have to, you don't have to stop what you're saying at the time to recognize him. Except, of course, the client has already told you, there's somebody we're expecting. He's coming in with this and all that. But if you were not informed, please do within the best of your ability. I know it's not easy, but within the best of your ability to keep it. If I were to be a person, I've been at an event where a celebrity walked in and walked through the front, and I continued what I was doing. When I was done delivering what I needed to deliver, I said, "Oh, let's kind of recognize the presence of social person I made for making it here. Thank you very much. Shout out to you, a big colleague. I said, respect you." And I went on to it. But I would not break the flow of what's going on at the moment
Just
because
because.
a person that was not given to me as a special guest or a recognizable guest walks in.
Okay.
Except, of course, maybe I'm like at a celebrity event where we are recognizing them as they are
As they
walking in
walk
randomly.
in.
Yeah. But if someone walks in with their own swag, you greet them, you banter them with their own stuff.
Right.
Yes, that's different. But say I'm at a wedding or a corporate event and you walk in with your girls or with all of your paparazzi,
Entourage.
of course, do you go to your seat. When you're done, we recognize you for coming in. Thank you very much. You're not the all bad that will silence everywhere and say KBSC or the governor or somebody. I mean,
Right. So
so
if it was a proper dignitary, that would be the only time would happen to take a pause
yes, proper
and
dignitary, yes.
you
You
know
just like, oh, everybody,
acknowledge.
please kindly recognize the presence of our governor because everybody has to recognize his presence.
Most definitely.
Oh, please.
Unless he says, "Oh no, no,
Oh,
no, please just
yeah.
go ahead. Do
And
your
you're like,
thing."
oh,
So
but yeah, most times it's always the governor dignitaries you are. Oba, oh, please, the Oba
yeah.
just made his way in. Everybody, please, with all due respect, because you're respecting this. Now,
Mm,
not disrespecting celebrities, but I will not break the flow because you walked in with your entourage or your group of people or all of that. So,
that's
yes,
distracting.
it's sort of like very distracting.
Especially like you said, if it was an event
Yeah,
where
it's not that kind of event. Yeah.
All right, let me take more of your messages.
All right.
Kunle says, Kunle's in Lucky, by the way. Kunle says, honestly, I feel some MCs don't know where to start. At my cousin's birthday, the MC was making jokes about people's Jesus Christ. Why do they do this thing about people's weights? The room went cold. Some people laughed, but it was the awkward type of laughter.
Yep.
It's like I said, cross, cross, cross. Who are you having at your events, anyways?
As an MC, you're not a comedian. Let's put that out there. You're not a comedian. But I know it's only comedians that can crack jokes that
What do you
will.
mean with the jokes?
Yeah, of course. I'm just saying, like, it's only comedians that can do that, and people will give a second eye to get away with it. It's not right. You don't body shame people and all of that, but they're the only ones that will do it, and people will just take it, say, semi-blind eye. But as an MC, if you cannot crack that joke and it hits well, ah,
Don't do it.
just don't bother. So people ask me, oh, I was at a meeting. They wanted to use me for the MC. And I was like, so how are you going to make us laugh? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not a comedian. I told the guy, the HR was there, the end. I was like, I'm not a comedian. And I was like, so how people not laugh? I'm like, I create humor with the presence of what's going on. And I don't create. You get one my way, you get one my way. Comedians do that perfectly. It's their line. I'm not a
They
comedian.
know how
And then one
to.
of the ladies at the table was like, that's no, that she doesn't even like those random abstract jokes where I'm at an event and you're making a joke that is abstract, not exactly relating to
So what
what's going
is
on. A lot of activities that can happen in an event and facial expression, body language, a reaction like will have everybody laughing because you're bringing attention to that what that person is doing. Sometimes it's a kid running through the hall. Sometimes a kid runs up to me and I'm like, okay, please, ladies and gentlemen, we have a second MC here. She just have something to say. I put the microphone. The kid's looking at me with the microphone. And I'm like, all right, everything she said, I'm sure you heard it. If you didn't hear it, please ask for translation. We do translation at the back, but just in case you didn't hear it, whatever she said, put translation for her. Thank you very much. And she
and
goes,
she
and
goes.
everybody in the hall is laughing. The mother was just like, thank you. I didn't crack a joke. I just used what happened in the moment to ensure that everybody had a good time. So MCs, if you cannot hit that joke and it drops well, please just avoid, learn the craft, man. Learn the craft. If you did, you did. If you didn't, they.
You mentioned, please, that's just too much. Children should never be involved in nonsense like that. That's not banter. That's blunder with a capital B. I agree with you. All right. Oh yes, someone's agreeing with you. Says MCs are supposed to be professional, not area clowns. That's Emeka saying that.
Emeka, clap for you.
He says they're not area clowns. I've seen one who kept shouting like he was. By the end of the event, people were just tired.
People are supposed to go more energized, but you leave them drained. They're not talking, but they're so drained from your energy. Okay, let's have it. Let's have it. Okay. Hmm. Ah. Oi. 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 Okay. Oh, geez. Once again, for sake of emphasis, MCs, your job is to create a good time and not put anybody in trouble. Even if you catch a man talking to another lady that you know he's toasting the lady and his wife is sitting across the table, don't put attention to that because that is not your job. That's not your job. You want to say, oh, guy, your wife, they follow woman thought. It's not your job. Like, it's not your job. I was reading a post and somebody said, they was at a wedding and then the MC was forcing the man to dance with the bride's mother or the bride's father to dance with the opposite sex. And what was more annoying was the fact that she had just, if it was the father that was dancing with the woman, she had just lost the mother from. Oh, yeah, I saw that post as well. It was, and I'm like, oh my, could it get any worse? They had to stop the MC, take the microphone, and give it to the family member to just anyhow. Enough you bad pass waiting we don't already see because I mean, just talk. See, the best you can do as an MC, if you don't have jokes, you don't have humor in you, you don't have anything in you, just run the program as it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming the next chairman to give his opening remark. We welcome the couple to cut the cake. We welcome the couple for their first dance. If they are not available, DJ, please give us music and musical interlude. Go and sit down, cross your legs. When the couple are ready, come back. Or ladies and gentlemen, couple are back, they're coming to dance. We open the dance floor for dancing. If you have gifts, bring. Don't try to do any humor in between if you don't have it. That's why, again, everybody can talk, but not everybody is an MC. So please, MCs, if you call yourself an MC, be professional. Save those of us that can do the work and put as in before they tell us that that's all of them they do. Nobody say all of us they do. All of us. So please, I have so many professional MCs on my I know a lot of professional MCs. They'll rather not. They'll rather. Okay, yes. You know, with they have some grooming. Yeah. That are done with setting professions. Yeah. A lot of MCs have put up things out there. I'm going to mention a few. So that your eyes has put up a WhatsApp group where people can come in and learn, can ask questions. I have to read this one. Ima says, have you seen or heard of an MC who was waylaid or beaten up after an event? I heard of one, and that was, I think that was somewhere in Benin, and he was warned. Probably not beaten, but the story did not get to it that he was beaten. But after the event, he was called by people, and they're like, that thing you did. Never, no triumph. No triumph. No be today we come day, no triumph. So I mean, we want to keep it real. But yeah, so people have done, shout out to Dayo IC has done a WhatsApp group for MCs and people can go there, ask questions, learn. At least if you're a newbie, you can ask questions, learn. This thing, somebody asked me for this thing and all that. Right. It also brings people to teach. Also, there's TMCC. Shout out to Oscar Oniso, and he's doing great with that. I graduated from that recently. It's an academy where you learn, you groom yourself, and
Nice.
people come in, you bring the likes of Mojibade and the rest of them to come and teach us, talk to people about the art of storytelling, how you use what's present in the story. To ensure that you're selling your product. It's not just about coming to talk and blab and gist and all that. Then there is also there's MC Connect WhatsApp group and then the TMCC. So there's also the Compare MC. I mean, I can go on and on. Joyce Daniel has her master classes that she does, her training for people. IQ Sudora did one recently. So there,
Yeah, IQ is such a great.
shout out to him. I
Done.
respect to. I mean,
Just spontaneous. It is always on. He always hits. It's
effortless. Just do what you need to do and keep it again, keep it real. Just do you and move on. Don't do extra.
Don't want copy and then
Do you and there's that too. People want to be like this person, and then like the person said, they don't know where to stop. So they just keep going, and then before you know it, they overgo, and then that's your good way you start. Don't enter trouble with them. So please, MCs again, go out there, look for these things. Resources are out there. There are books, there are pages, there are WhatsApp platforms, there are academies. As in, lastly, HR company, a HR of a company. I had the end of the year party last year. I went to their office to run their games day and all that. And I walked into the office and she was like, "How do you do it? Do you just?" I'm like, "I research. Once a client reaches out to me, we've completed the deal. There's a booking that's been confirmed.
I research the company
I
and
research. If it's a corporate event, corporate scope, you have to research, ask questions. Okay, who's this? Who's that? What are we doing? What's celebrating? Get to know things. Identify what you need to say. Use points. Relate a lot of things. Life is a social event. You want to know what kind of group are they? Are they very social group? So that they will curate games specifically for events. I also did legal activity and I did a concentration game around legal things, legal items.
Okay.
Instead of legal words. And some people were coming some stuff because it's now relatable. They are okay, we can do it now. You don't have to force people to stand up.
Join in
You host tech events, you do tech things, you host social, like just put it around, like be creative. The internet is supposed to be for yeah. Somebody said something. I'm not something, but they said smartphone dumb users. So yeah, well, I mean, MCs, please be professional. Please, I beg you, be professional. Because I mean, there's a lot of work to be done. So please be professional. When you get it, you get it. If you did, you did.
If you didn't get, I got that off of him. I don't know how. Anyways, let me quickly wrap up with a few messages. Okay, so Kenny says, let's give credit where it's due because there are some MCs that are so old.
Oh, you get them and your heart is filled with joy.
Well, she says they make you laugh, guide the program smoothly, and everybody goes home smiling.
Yep.
Those are the ones we need more of. I couldn't agree more with you.
Kudos to all the MCs doing great out there. While we're bashing the ones that are doing bad, kudos to all the MCs doing great out there. We respect you, we see you, we salute you. I will love you. I love you too. I love myself.
Well, Daly says the best MCs I've seen are the ones who use wit and intelligence, not insults. They tell stories, they drop punchlines, they don't attack anyone.
Yep.
And that's true skill. Well, there's so much more messages coming through. You'll have to pardon me. I won't be able to take all of them. Love it. Aisha says one time the MC kept saying, "Single ladies, come out now, come out, come and catch the bouquet. Your husband is waiting."
Oh,
you see this thing now. That's why I will not, for any reason, go out for such things. Because what are you trying to do?
Back then,
are you trying to make it look like there's a problem with the ladies?
Back then, right? Catching bouquet was just fun.
It was fun.
Now people are sort of tagging it along with you have a problem and you need to get married. So this is when I think that's why most brides are running away from tossing the bouquet these days. Because just say, are you tossing bouquet? No, there's no bouquet toss. Just move on with other things. And if I ever do it bouquet toss, I just tell her, call your friends. Now don't tell her you're single. I just tell her, call your friends that you want to come out. She will be the one to call them. We'll do a dance together. She'll toss the bouquet. When you catch, congratulations to you. Now 2025 hashtag you're looking for. Just tease them and move on. But don't make it look like you're single and there's a problem with you. So come and catch bouquet so your husband can find you. No, catching bouquet doesn't guarantee husband finding you. Neither does not catching the bouquet guarantee husband not finding you.
Oh, I have to take this one.
Please do. I'm here for it.
Run away before the vows. people laugh, but honestly, I didn't like it.
Whoa.
It took away from the seriousness of the moment. I know we watched the movie growing up. We saw Running with Bra.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was interesting.
That's a movie.
No, that's a movie. What point exactly? This one you're not telling the guy not to run away.
I think it's ignorance. I think in that moment, I would target on that ignorance because he doesn't know the essence and the importance of vow making. He feels like, oh, I can just play around and just make a joke about it. People cry saying their vows. People, like, it's a moment, and you're just like when you're having your first dance. You know, when the bride and the groom are having their first dance, it's just supposed to be the music playing.
Yeah.
Some MC just keep rambling and
Why are you
rambling.
talking about the music?
What are you saying?
The song was playing.
Like, I'm like, what are you saying? What do you want to, what are you saying? Nobody
And
wants to
he's
hear you.
rambling.
He's just talking, and some are trying to form, I'm a poet. They didn't hire you for that. And he's trying to give sweet. I'm like, oh God, just shut up. Let the couple enjoy the moment. Let them get it. Like, just.
We need to do better.
We really need to do better. We really need to do better.
Okay. And with Shagun Sports, he says the truth is being an MC is an art. Some people think it's just about holding the mic, which you've been shouting. Well, he says holding the mic and shouting. it's it's about reading the room, and if you can't do that, you'll keep crossing lines. Thank you so much for that. Oh my days! I wish we could just keep going on.
It's a topic that goes on and on and on, and the experience is full.
And imagine the experiences you have to share for the day.
I can bet you tomorrow somebody might still experience something, but I wish all of the people having weddings tomorrow a fantastic time. Your MC would do great. Your MC would create a beautiful moment for you, and you will come on social media and say, "Oh, my MC was fantastic."
We keep our fingers crossed for your sake.
Amen.
Anyways, Lagos, that's the much we can take. Thank you so much for being a part of the draft time discussion. And I know, well, being an MC is not just about holding the mic, as we have said.
So learn the skill.
You have to know how to read the room.
Yep.
And for the MCs that are doing great work, kudos to you.
Kudos to you guys.
Thank you so much, MC CSO.
My humble self.
Thank you so much for such a great time. And thank you so much, Lagos. Well, that is how we wrap up today. So whether it is you're heading to one bell, whatever event it is, if you know that the MC does a great job, please, by all means,
shout out to him.
People, yeah. Telling me has done right. And hey, we're here for all the good stuff. We're, good time, all that. That's what we're all about. Well, 8 o'clock is here ready, and you know what that is?
Love music, love life. To the world, JOY. You like us?
Say something I want to come and take my work.
No, you do it so greatly. You do it so eloquently.
The athletes. All right, Lagos. It's 8 o'clock in time for the request line for you. I'll start sending in my request already. And as you know, it's a Friday. So all we get to do is groove with upbeat music. R&B, by the way, strictly R&B. But it is something to look forward to. So come on, muscle, stay tuned to Smooth.
Let's get into it. Whoa.